Hello there friends, and today we're going to be discussing, should you learn martial arts if you have no interest in competing in martial arts? I'm going to give you my honest breakdown on this, my own personal opinions of other people, and just what I think about this topic, as it's one I actually have quite a strong opinion on. And my opinion, so should you learn martial arts if you've got no desire to compete? It's a very tough sport, you can get lots of injuries, and it's physically demanding, it can drain your time, other negative parts of learning martial arts, but what you get back is so much more. Now obviously I am biased here. I've been training in martial arts since I was 17 years old, and I was absolutely addicted, and I was someone that was actually not interested that much in competing. That was always way down the list of why I wanted to learn. And why I wanted to learn is I didn't want to walk into a room and feel intimidated, like, oh, someone else can fight, and feel I couldn't compete with that. And if someone hurt my mum, I want to feel like I can pose some kind of threat to stop an attacker. If I had a girlfriend and someone attacks, I want to know that I can sort that situation out as best as I possibly could. And that was like my burning passion to learn the sport, and obviously defend myself if someone attacks me as well. So that was where I was coming from. A lot of other people don't feel that way. They want to compete, they want to show off their skills, and everyone has their own reasons. Perhaps you had something bad happen in your life, you have anger, you're trying to release it. Everyone's got a completely different reason why they get into their martial arts path. And I remember going to Brazil when I was 20 years old. I've been training martial arts for 3 years. I had some fights, I competed in Jiu-Jitsu, and then we was on the beach, and there's all these like pride fighters, Arona, all like top fighters at the time. And I remember thinking, wow, like if this popped off now, even though I've got 3 years training, I would get absolutely destroyed, because there's like a load of black belts on the beach. And I hate that feeling of feeling, oh, I really would feel very uncomfortable here, because I know there's like a lot of people on here that could absolutely destroy me. And that made me feel very uncomfortable, and it gave me more of a desire to learn more and become the best version of myself. And it's just a wonderful feeling when you walk into a room and you're like, no, if anything goes off here, I'm good. I can look after myself, I can look after the people I love to the best of my possible abilities. And especially as a man, I think that's very important. You never know when that day comes. It could be just some grey, rainy day on a Thursday where you're walking down the ice street with your mum, and three fellas try and nick a handbag, and you've got to try and do something about it. And to know that you can do something, you can be a legitimate threat, standing up on the ground and do your best, is worth every hour of training in my mind. And martial arts as well also just gives you a sense of determination and discipline. You have to overcome things all the time. What you go through, getting punched, kicked, you're grappling on the floor, then like day-to-day stuff doesn't really mean anything. It's just like, well, I'm doing that every single day. That's my reality. Someone worrying about what someone says about them, or a nasty comment on Facebook, it gives you a sense of perspective. You just don't really care, and that is a wonderful thing. And I just think martial artists, it can give you like a determination, because you're constantly having to just go against bigger, stronger people than yourself. And it's very fantastic for your mind, and obviously can make you as fit as a butcher's dog as well. It makes you incredibly fit, and that feeling for me is the real reason why I love it. And even to this day I still train, I still keep myself ready, because you just never know when that day comes. So yes, if you don't want to compete in martial arts, you should 100% still train, just for yourself, just for that feeling of what it gives you. And it's worth every bit of blood, sweat and tears in my mind. I'd highly recommend anyone to do it, and your life will be better as a result by starting martial arts. So this is my very quick thoughts today on, if you don't want to compete in martial arts, still train. Absolutely worth it, 100%. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.